building on that, Trish, a little bit, how do you engage other team members in virtual meetings? For example, shy or introverted folks or people who just may be more reluctant to speak out. What are some suggestions you might have?
You know, I think that's a great point, because not everybody is comfortable talking, and especially if you're going to be talking over each other, people are more hesitant to, well, I'll wait till everybody's done, and then it's like, well, now I don't really need to add anything. So I think most important, as was mentioned, is, you know, maybe have somebody start. And then what I've done a lot of times is I do the Hollywood squares and I go box by box by box. And actually, you know, and people are used to that after the first time I do it, or the first couple times I do it, now they're used to it. So they're like, okay, I know I'm talking next, you know, so I need to get ready. But just, I think overall, what's most important is just creating that welcoming environment, you know, learning what every individual is comfortable with in this type of setting, offer them time to talk, and just, you know, let everybody know that it's a safe environment, and, you know, just kind of, you know, make it free flowing, but a little organized, so that everybody has time to offer what they think is important to that matter.
All right. Anita, what techniques do you have for engaging the audience?
I think some of the things that we do, it echoes exactly what Melanie and Trish have suggested. One thing I think is very effective is, you know, having someone, you know, creating clear lines of this topic is your responsibility ahead of time. So they're prepared to present on it. And then, you know, we do have, for example, I think in most industries, ongoing meetings about different topics to assess progress, strategy, what have you. And creating the responsibility before the first meeting will allow that thread to continue in those recurring meetings. And I think can encourage people to take ownership of the piece of the project, and then gives a voice to people that might not necessarily volunteer their voice. And so that has been effective. And I really liked what Melanie said too. I've seen this done in meetings other people run, which is to have the breakout room and in smaller groups. And then when we all reconvene with the larger group, sometimes that organically leads to the leader in a smaller group being someone you wouldn't expect, which, you know, I think that's the beautiful thing.
Yeah. Melanie, you?
Yeah, I think I might have jumped ahead of the question. So I guess not too much else. The other thing, you know, if you have a group where you're trying to get feedback and you're just kind of not getting it, you know, and maybe they're afraid to turn on a camera or speak up, or, you know, the use of the chat function, like we've done in this webinar, you know, that's a little less intimidating if you're dealing with somebody who really just doesn't want to speak up during a meeting. But I think the techniques we've talked about, you know, calling on the square, are an effective way to get people to know that they maybe just can't sit back and listen.